Greetings to you all, and please accept my best regards. I truly hope that you are all doing very well today. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the higher self that is within me, is with me, and is my guide. So this video is specifically tailored for the summer signs. Yes, for those 3 distinct summer signs. And before I actually get started with the reading, I really should mention that you don't necessarily have to just look at the sign that corresponds to your specific birthday. You might find that checking your rising sign or even your moon sign provides a much more accurate picture for you. Definitely take a moment to find your rising sign, and if you happen to have that sign, make sure to watch that video as well. Also, please pay close attention to which sign your moon is currently in, as that is quite important too. And before I actually get started with the main content, I really must say this introduction once again. Astrology is not a way of life, but rather a tool for self-reflection. Astrology is not a guidebook for life's path, but rather it is more accurately described as a form of energy and a kind of cosmic meteorology. And those who choose to rely on astrology as their primary way of life, they often inadvertently take the power away from themselves. They surrender their agency and leave it to the limiting idea that, well, I don't have any good positions in my birth chart, so I'm just not lucky at all. They say this year, for example, Jupiter has moved somewhere else, so what should I do without a lucky planet? And things like that. These are all examples of getting caught up in, of being enslaved by astrology. As an astrologer, I am telling you not to make yourselves prisoners of astrology, but rather to take power into your own hands, take action, be active, but also be aware of the energies just to that extent. What the weather is like outside and what I should do with this energy, and these points that I mention are mostly to say that the focus of the energy for this time until the next 18 months will be directed towards this side, meaning that your involvement is in this area instead of that area. Just that much. It's not a prophecy. It's not showing you the way of life. It's not giving advice, nor is it saying, sit back and everything I say will come true. It's not like that at all. The most harm that anyone gets from astrology is from most astrologers themselves. When they accept it so much, it affects their lives, meaning they don't do anything because they believe that right now the position is in a state of conflict, so I won't make any move at all. Whereas I myself, whenever something shifted in my sign, or as they say, the moon was in Scorpio, I grew during those very times. Because I said, if the stars aren't with me right now, if the energy isn't with me, I want to prove to myself that I can pick up the phone and with someone I have a difference of opinion, a difference of philosophy, or a family disagreement with, I can improve this relationship peacefully through a sweet conversation that comes from the heart and is filled with honesty. So don't get caught up in astrology. Actually, in the future, it's possible that people won't even look for what their zodiac sign is anymore, because a human being who ascends from a spiritual point, from a certain point onwards, like Gandhi, like Rumi, like Shams, like the Dalai Lama, or anyone who reaches a certain point, the stars no longer dictate their path. Instead, they remain in a place of their own and move forward in alignment with the path of the universe. These are just the influences of the stars and the energy that governs. Listen only to this extent, and for our dear Cancers, this 18-month period is actually a period of death and rebirth. This issue resonates deeply and is very true for you right now. It signifies that the cancer of your past must finally die away, and in its place, a profound rebirth must emerge from within, allowing a new version of you to step forward. In the past years, you mostly found security by asking, "What is my money? Where is my status? Where is my value?" Me, and you weren't getting anywhere either. And now the energy is shifting in that direction. Now, because of the changes coming into your life, if you haven't married, you will get married. If you are in a family, you will receive an inheritance. If you didn't have a financial partner, you will take on a partner in your work. If you are married, your spouse's issues and money are becoming involved in your life. All of these might be a family sharing a certain amount of money. In general, shared financial resources will grow significantly here, becoming an issue, and will draw attention to you until next year. Those with whom you have an emotional connection or a close relationship in any way. This year is the year to change your past beliefs and find your own values. Whether it's in terms of my personal finances or in terms of who I truly am as a person, what value I actually have without money, and what I have really done with myself over these past few difficult years, you are finally moving from that initial stage of, "I don't know what to do," to a much stronger stage where you can confidently say, "I can, I am capable, and I will definitely succeed." This means you are moving from a state of thought and silence to a stage of action, and this will blossom into an infinitely beautiful rebirth within you. The point is that you will come to the conclusion that I cannot find happiness on the outside. Happiness is within me, peace is within me. The amount of money I have has no effect on my happiness. Rather, true happiness is what comes from within me. True value is what I have within myself, not in a bank account, not in who my father is, who my husband is, who my wife is, or all these matrix-related financial issues. Many financial and emotional truths that you were unaware of will come to light, and this may cause conflict. There might be legal matters, there might be verbal arguments, but in one way or another, it will come to your attention so you can see the truth of what was happening behind the scenes that you didn't see or weren't paying attention to. Now it will be illuminated, and you must deal with it, resolve it, archive it, and let it out of your life. Your unique arts and creative talents will start to shine much more brightly than before. And if your relationship with your life partner, your family members, or your spouse is already deep, it is going to become even deeper and more profound. This positive shift will truly begin to unfold after these lingering financial issues are fully accounted for, all of your outstanding debts are finally paid off, and everything in your life is set right and balanced once again. It is a time for renewal, both in your personal expression and in the bonds you share with those you love most. Meaning there will no longer be financial issues between you, and if the relationship was revealed or exposed in these matters, then that relationship might also end or change its form. But what is absolutely certain is that over the course of these next 18 months, your daily life will begin to revolve much more heavily around financial issues and the deeper values in your life. Whether it's an inheritance or money that someone is legally obligated to give you, or a new job that pays more, A kind of security will enter your life that can provide you with financial stability, a sense of comfort, and the feeling that you no longer have to worry about your financial issues, resolving them all. It depends on how you yourself deal with these issues. Single people who felt a bit insecure in their daily lives or were actively looking for a meaningful way to prove themselves to the world, whether by imitating others or by looking at successful businesses and saying, I can go into this field too, these people will find themselves and let go of the need for control. As an infinite controller, you were controlling everything. You were being too hard on yourself. You were waiting to somehow compensate for the thing that had defeated you in life, or perhaps hadn't made you successful like others. Whether it was through the weight of stress, the constant struggle, the need for control, the endless fighting, or perhaps those heavy commitments that never actually happened, for some reason, deep down, you were just afraid. It is a difficult thing to admit, but that fear was real. The fear that I might be betrayed, the fear that I might fall behind, the fear of how I can prevent an incident that I'm worried about in the future. All of these are related to your past. The person who dies with you will not come along with this new baby that is being born. You will find your own values from within yourself, and you will no longer have any fear that someone might take them from you. In general, all your thoughts and lifestyle, your essence, your identity are changing, and a great new transformation will come into your life. It is possible that you will change your place of residence. This process might involve moving houses, renovating a house, changing where I live, selling one house and buying another, or perhaps even changing my country and immigrating to another place. These are all things that have been on your mind, and now they are reaching the stage of action where I realize that the place where I used to live is no longer suitable for me, and it is time for me to leave. But it will take time for you to decide where you want to go, how you want to go, and under what conditions. So first you need to resolve the issues, the disagreements and matters related to money and shared finances. Many of you may have a strong feeling that I just can't stay in this environment anymore because its energy bothers me. And all of this will change, and you will reach the peace you desire. But first, you need to work on yourself, on your own will, and on your own values. You might feel lonely. You might feel that someone has betrayed you, or perhaps you yourself weren't very honest, you weren't very truthful with others, and all these problems have arisen because you lacked honesty in your actions. Or it might be revealed that someone else, a company, a place where you worked, or a source of your income, a place that was your future, or a person you thought was trustworthy in the future was betraying you, and you didn't recognize their true face. They haven't been honest, and all these are issues that a flashlight will shine on, then a spotlight will fall on, and all of this will be clarified and revealed to you within the next 18 months. You really need to pay close attention to exactly where you are choosing to invest, who you are deciding to invest with, what your partner's current income level actually is, and finally, what specific kind of contract you have in place. And all these legal matters, well, they don't necessarily have to be legal, but they must be clear for both parties sitting down. Now, they could be spouses, they could be a mother and daughter, they could be two friends, or they could be two business partners. All of this needs to be clarified. Where do I stand? Where do you stand? And what do we want to do with this company? who has what share, how much do they benefit, and overall, congratulations on this birth, that you are finally coming out of your shell and deciding to take action. If you had stayed home, if you were unemployed, if you were hoping that someone would save you, that a marriage would happen, that a company would hire you, that a stroke of luck would come into your life, all of that is in the past now. The bridge is burned, it's over, and a person is emerging who knows they have self-confidence. Because you have completely lost your self-confidence over the past 7 years. You have lost your powers because you are relying on others. Somewhere, something has kept you stagnant, and now is the time for you to blossom and discover your own talents. Wishing you all the best, my dear Conceres. And now, my dear Leos, the stars of this year. Everything revolves around Leo. Leo and Aquarius will experience the greatest impact and change over these 18 months, and if other signs see any change, it is in that same Leo sector, in that same Aquarius sector. These two signs will be the stars of the next 18 months, dancing in the center, and the rest of us are around them. Dear Leos, this transformation that had previously led you astray because everything revolved around who am I have been disrespected, I have been wronged, I haven't been respected, this has happened to me, me, I want attention, I have pride, I want this, I am better than everyone, I must shine, and I didn't shine. All of this is changing within you. It is moving towards we instead of I. There is no more I. The I, the star I, that was all about me, my pride and my honors, the I that hadn't been paid any attention to at all of this is being cast aside. And you will find yourself completely reborn, emerging with entirely new thoughts and a fundamentally different personality. These are thoughts that, as a direct result of the long, arduous life class you have diligently attended, sat through, learned from, and witnessed over these past many years, are simply not the true path to genuine happiness. It is time to realize that these old patterns are holding you back from the life you deserve. This is not the path to peace. What I was actually looking for was something else entirely. And looking back, I realized that I was acting and searching in completely the wrong place all along. Shared financial issues, fear of disappointment, fear of loneliness, fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of bankruptcy. All of these are now leading you to a place where you can plant your feet more firmly on the path of the universe and bring out your inner values. No more of this, I get money from my parents, my spouse should give me this money, someone should pay for my expenses, someone should do my chores, I am a queen or a king who sits and should be served by others, but I tell everyone else what to do. This particular issue will be completely removed from my life simply because that was the old Liv. And the new Liv, who is currently being born, is incredibly diligent, works exceptionally hard, and is truly a dedicated worker who is committed to her growth. Meaning now she shows herself by being a worker. Even though I am in the middle of the work myself, I don't just give orders, I don't just make demands, but rather I earn my own money with kindness and my own values. And if I am supposed to share this with my life partner, it will be completely fair, 50-50, both in work and in seeing the class, meaning that I am a spouse, I am a partner, meaning one, I am not higher and I am not lower. And with a conversation or very honest dialogues with your life partner or business partner, you will reach a success that no one else can take away from you. Or you will have a fear that I will become penniless, that I will need someone else like in the past. Or even if you were earning money yourself and involving others as partners, you would come to the conclusion that for now, I need to strengthen myself and be equal with my spouse. If I give money or receive money, it is not a reason for one to control the other. It is not a place for bullying. It is not a place for lies. It is not a place for pretense. It is not a place for showing off. Showing off in the sense that I need to be seen. Everything is about me. Everything revolves around me. This needs to go away. How much am I investing of myself for my life partner, for my business partner, and expecting the same amount of investment from them in return? In general, this Leo that is being born is infinitely wise, infinitely beautiful. And because your heart is a heart of the sun, a heart that loves affection, gives affection, and wants to receive affection, and it had gone astray in the past years, you are now bringing everything together, but without pride and without blaming anyone else, all into one person. It is possible to partner with someone else, and it is highly recommended that you have a financial or emotional partnership with another person. In general, partnership will help you much more than going solo over these 18 months. Going solo was for the past. Now you need to either find a business partner or find a life partner. If you had any conflicts with your former partner, know that with this new personality that has been born within you and with the experiences you have gained over the past years, you are not that same person anymore. And that partner is not the same person either. So now you can have a very strong and deep relationship with that same past partner, one that is based on fair justice and truth. There are no more lies in it, no more masks. There is no exploitation of one another in it. There is a lot of fairness in it, and if you are single, it is possible that you might find a work partner or a romantic partner from a different culture who is not like your past. It is something new, and this happens as a result of this relationship that is formed, or it might happen among your friends, or it could be a spiritual source from another world speaking to you and changing your world. It causes your intellectual growth and leads to your spiritual elevation. Strange, infinitely beautiful transformations that bring out a better version of you from within will happen. If you are single, this choice might be, as I said, someone with a past different from yours, different from your experiences, and discovering this person is interesting for you. But my advice is, if you had differences with your previous partner and broke up or didn't understand each other, either part ways amicably, but in most cases, it has been karmic and you need to return to each other. And this return is very deep, very beautiful. Pride, ego, and the me mentality, along with the need for attention on me, all of this shifts to us. It's very interesting, this personality that Leo develops. Someone who has been all about me, their whole life now becomes us. And this us becomes infinitely large, meaning it grows with others. Now, this could be your entire family, a group of friends, leading a group. It could be 2 people, or it could be 100 people. Success entirely comes from collaboration during these 18 months. You need to set aside negative habits and interact more with people. Your appearance might change completely. Basically, you become a different person. You take on a different form. Do things you didn't do before. Your home will become infinitely organized. Your financial matters will become infinitely organized. It means a kind of discipline and a kind of infinitely conscious and beautiful order is given to your emotional, family, home, life, marital, friendship, and group matters, and the result is that the reaction comes back to you, giving you a peace you didn't have in the past. That anger and rage you had with yourself, which no one knew about, and you would lash out at others, blaming them. All of this is killed within you. It fades away. It goes, it's completely washed away. And this new Leo is very disciplined, takes firm steps, is honest, and brings warmth to these companies, these families, and these groups they enter. Leos will experience the greatest personal change. This transformation from me to us, and the sweet taste of relationships with others, getting help from others, and being with others is infinitely more beautiful than me being a star, being up there, and expecting everyone to admire me. This is what you will receive in these 18 months. Life and happiness, peace and beauty lie in the fact that I am happy with others. I am happy with my family members. My wealth is with others. My time is with others. My eating is with others. My socializing is with my peers. And life is no longer just about me. Wishing the best for you, dear Leos, and now for the dear Virgos. Over the past year, and perhaps even throughout the years leading up to this point, no single subject has affected you more profoundly than the complex dynamics with your romantic or financial partner. It has truly been the central focus of your attention, meaning your whole life has become about my partner, or complaints about my partner, or problems from my partner, or not having a partner, or the problems that have entered my life because of my romantic partner. Everything revolved around that, and if these relationships, which mostly happened for Virgos, have been cut off, ended, or resulted in divorce or separation, you must know that it had karmic roots. That person had come into your life so that you would understand your own worth. That person had come to teach you lessons, to bring you out of yourself, and for you to realize that I am higher than this partner to whom I have sold myself so cheaply. You have learned lessons from your partners. Now, it could be a housemate, it could be a spouse, it could be that romantic relationship. First of all, if you didn't have one, you were always looking for it, and for some reason it didn't come into your life. And if you did have one and it failed, there was a lesson in it. And I think by now you've learned this lesson, how much I compromised my own values. I completely ignored myself because I was a good person. But this being a good person becomes too much when I allow someone to trample over me and walk past. And this has been a big lesson for all Virgos. The universe wanted to show you where your weaknesses were. It's possible that people entered your life and left just to tell you exactly what your weaknesses were. There was a possibility of a financial partnership or marriage that didn't go according to the plan you had, and all the events that occurred were about the partner, not me. and now you are just beginning to discover yourself. It's possible that your appearance will change completely, meaning someone might not recognize you. They might say this person and the person from 2 years ago are two completely different people. All your opinions will change, your beliefs will change, your choices will change, your choice of work, your choice of career, your choice of partner. Problems came into your life one after another, so that you would finally see what you weren't seeing before. You were covering up the truth out of kindness, telling yourself, no, this was just because of this situation, rather than facing the reality of what was truly happening. But the truths came out, and when the truths came out, they brought you to an awareness of who I am, what my choices are, and where I want to go after this. You have learned very strange lessons in these past few years through relationships that either existed, failed, or the person didn't even come forward and you were in love. You were the one always taking steps. All of these had lessons in them, so now those things won't happen to you anymore. Meaning this has guaranteed your future. This has guaranteed your happiness and your blossoming from within. Perfectionism, the planning where you were hard on yourself, everything had to be perfect for me to do this. I have always felt that I must do my absolute best in everything I undertake, otherwise I simply won't do it at all. You really need to let these negative things go, because holding on to them is damaging. It hurts your relationships, takes a toll on your physical health, and deeply impacts your mental well-being. You are perfect just as you are, and from this year on, you will learn that even if I am not 100% proficient in a task, I am getting there daily. I start from 25, it becomes 45, then it becomes 95, and then I reach 100. But I learn instead of wanting to be the best right from the start. So perfectionism, which was something that truly separated you from the world and stopped you from growing, will also leave your life. You are born as a different person with self-confidence, an appearance that is very separate from what you used to be, and changing your beliefs, lifestyle, and all of these things gives you a rebirth. And I think you should thank all those who hurt you in the past years, who didn't appreciate you and didn't understand who you were, because they led you to yourself and then they left, and they won't be coming back. Your new partner will come in the future. They won't come from the past. Unlike many other signs. And now, looking ahead to the next 18 months, the focus shifts toward my work, my core values, and my future. It also centers on how I communicate with others, and finally, the process of entering the new world of Aquarius. If you are in online work, in design, beauty, nutrition, cleansing, spiritual fields, awareness, the field of that deals with podcasts, with the internet, with technology, stay in that same job, because you will be miraculously promoted. From a small place where you had no hope, suddenly you see yourself thrown into a position you wouldn't have believed at all. What things I learned in this job, where I reached, and how much I enjoy what I do, from being with myself, sitting at home and doing this work. Instead of making my partner the center of everything, or thinking about them, or giving them confidence, this is the new life of Virgo. If you are in the field of healing therapy, psychotherapy, energy reading, vegetarianism, healthy eating, food and nutrition, all of these are excellent, and your own life plan will change as well. You will pay more attention to your health from now on. I'm saying instead of focusing on who my partner is, who's coming, and what's going to happen, it shifts back to I want to be healthier. I want to live healthier. I want to think healthier. I want to love and be loved in a healthier way. I want to eat healthier and live a healthier life. And by doing this, the love I was giving to someone else, I give to myself. I don't recommend marriage this year. It's better to stay single and focus on your work. In solitude, I am growing myself. This is the best thing that will work for you during this 1 year. And if you do find someone, keep them, experiment on them. Don't just go and get married for no reason if you haven't already. And if you are stuck in an old partnership and have no choice, maybe some solutions and ways to freedom will be found for you. Everything that has remained in your subconscious from the past must be cleared, meaning do not think about your past under any circumstances anymore. That new partner who is coming for you is completely different from the old one. So put everything aside because you are a new person who is just being born, and your desires will become clear by next year who you even are. You are doing this as a completely happy, healthy human being with a healthy brain and a healthy heart. So let go of the past. Cut the past out of your life, throw it away, and adopt a new, healthier lifestyle and habits. And that merit that has always been within you, but which you hid because you were being a good person, bring it out and develop it. Your work and success will grow infinitely, and you will come to the conclusion that the creator of my happiness, my peace, my joy, my smile, and my pleasure is first within myself, and then in the work that I provide. All your love will go into your work, and you will experience a strange kind of pleasure in this coming year, in these next 18 months. Wishing the best for all you lovely Virgos. I kiss the hearts of all the summer signs and hope that your sun brings as much warmth to your lives as the summer itself.